Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how could I forget to continue this painting series? It's been 4 months, but we're back. Guess who cut their bangs? Guess. Take a guess. It could be anyone. So I was just about to get ready to film the very first part of my art tour series, which is all about paintings. And then my assistant reminded me that, hey, I didn't even finish my little Cubby painting series. And so that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
But before we get into this DIY, please take a moment to visit the very important links down below in the description and in the comments and in my bio as well, to learn more about the ongoing genocide throughout Palestine and East Turkistan, and the ongoing genocide, child labor, and slavery going throughout the Congo and Sudan. Also, please be sure to check out CORE, which stands for Community Organized Relief Effort. They are doing wonderful things to help those in need that were affected by the California wildfires. So please check out that fundraiser along with my friend Sam's GoFundMe, as she was recently involved in a devastating car accident. Please share those links around, share them to your stories, your community tabs. You have much more of an impact than you might think you have. So please use your privilege, use your voice, and use your platform, and do not stay silent. I truly want to thank you for staying tuned and listening to that. And now let's get back into this DIY. So get cozy, grab a snack, and make sure you guzzle some water. It's hot out there, okay? Stay hydrated.
Addison, stay hydrated.
Hi.
Yep.
She's flipped up with these horrible DIYs. She's turning these flimsy flops into fierce fixes. This is Flipper Upper.
I am so excited to get started on this next Cubby. Finally! It's been 4 months, so let me show you what I have planned. So the Cubby that we are working on today is actually the missing one right there. Be sure to check out the mushroom part 2 and then the ocean part 1. But anyways, we are back with part 3, and I have had this Greek-inspired looking window on here since summer of 2018 when Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again came out in theaters.
When
Can you tell that I was kind of sort of I was obsessed with it? But also the fact that I just rewatched both of those films like literally this past week. I feel like that is very much a sign for me to just get this one done. And just a quick tangent while we are on the topic of Mamma Mia. This time last year I posted my very own Mamma Mia lookbook with many looks inspired by all of the characters from both movies. So it's a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of cool fashion. I went to different locations. The music's pretty good. I chose a lot of Mamma Mia-esque, well, ABBA, a lot of ABBA-esque copyright-free music, so check it out. But back to the DIY. I really do love this painting. It's quite cute. It had something. There was a vision that was not fully executed. It's just really lacking detail, and there are so many other things that I want to add there. And so let me show you my sketch. I don't want to spoil anything for part 4, but here is what I have for this window. I just want to add some more details. I want to add a cat. I want to paint Olive in there, okay? That window box before was so boring. Snoring, it got me snoring. So I just want to add a little bit more. Also the window itself, I'm gonna make it look a whole lot better this time around. Let me go grab my sandpaper and a mask to protect my lungs. Make sure you wear a mask, okay? And let's get into this DIY. Happy Pride, everyone! I hope this month is absolutely beautiful and wonderful and peaceful and just all around fabulous for you all. Very quickly before we get into the painting, I do want to do a quick follower cleanse because for whatever reason I had a few bigoted subscribers who immediately unsubscribed and I began posting Pride Month content. Imagine not reading someone's bio before you follow them. Could not be me. But anywho, this channel is and always will be a safe and welcoming space for people of all identities. Any bigotry of any kind will be reported and dealt with. Fuck genocide, fuck slave labor, fuck bigotry and hatred. I stand with Palestine, East Turkistan, the Congo, Sudan, and all other oppressed people. I hate Trump and those who voted for him. I sincerely do not want anything to do with you. Everybody has a right to abortion. Trans people and queer people are valid and deserve the absolute best in life. Black lives matter. All cops are bastards, every single one of them. Climate change is real. We are in a climate crisis, and I do believe that we can change that. And if you don't agree with any of that, well, please educate yourself and use your privilege. Thank you so much for listening, and now, let's get back into the painting. As you saw in the B-roll, I sanded down any three-dimensional areas, and then I primed the entire front of the cubby with some white acrylic paint. I then began by sketching out a new design with a pencil, and then I went in with a sandy khaki kind of color for the bricks. My plan of the brick wall was to build up dimension with different tones of tan, brown, and gray for sort of an aged look. And once that had dried, I made a thin paint by simply watering down some white paint, and then I used a larger brush to go over the bricks that I had painted. This dilutes the initial layer and adds to the aged look of the bricks, and I really did want to go all out with a Greek stucco aesthetic, but I just love me some bricks. As that dried, I then went on to start with the window. If you have any products in a tube like paint or toothpaste, yada yada, a turnkey is a wonderful way to ensure that you get every last drop. Although you can also just use a dense object and lay the tube down on a flat surface and squeeze it out that way. I then went in with this deep navy blue shade on the window shutters and jammed out to my Bad Bee playlist. Let me know if you want a playlist video for this because it is a real banger, and I just really enjoy making those videos. I'm a hot girl, rich girl, I'm a bitch girl. Bounce girl, catch me if you can, girl. You sweat, girl, really fucking you, girl. You just wanna be me. In the initial window painting, I did a little hack to make straight lines on the shutters by simply using an old card and swiping the paint along the cubby. It worked for the most part, but for whatever reason, it just did not work this time around. So I went in and hand painted the lines. And followed up by using that same ocean blue for the window frame. This definitely took a while because I was having some really shaky hands this week, so I just took my time, but it turned out pretty okay. I then went in with multiple shades of brown and painted a lovely little window box, and I'm actually very pleased how this turned out. Later on, I kept going back and forth with the blending, and it honestly looks pretty three-dimensional. But as I took a break on that, I worked on the window itself. I started off with this sort of chartreuse sandy color, and I don't know why, but it is so incredibly thin in consistency. I legit had to do about 5 layers before I decided that I hated the color, and yeah, I switched it up. Now that the window box is all complete, I moved on to adding curtains by priming with white. And then I added about 2 layers or so of this gorgeous deep maroon color from the for the inside of the window. With the curtains, I didn't really have any kind of plan with this, and I just went with the flow. And I ended up making sort of this embellished lace look, and I honestly really love it. In the original painting, I had this tiny little planted pot on the windowsill and then some woodsy looking vines, and they were cute, but I wanted even more green this time around. So I began with a base of this bluish foresty green, and it was cute, but the cool tone was just really throwing me off. So I then incorporated more warm tones and different shades of green to create a 3-dimensional look. And I don't know how many times I can say 3-dimensional in a video, but only time will tell. The window box was pretty cute, but it was looking a bit empty, so I decided to add some flower stems, and then I went in with a white to add some petals, and then added a touch of yellow for the pollen in the center. Everything is starting to come together now, but the window is still quite empty, and I think a cat would fit very nicely. I've only ever painted my baby girl Olive on a pair of sweatpants, which was, I think, about a year ago now, and I do have an entire video on that if you want to check it out. All videos mentioned are linked below. But this time around, we are going for more itty-bitty painting. I sketched her out with a pencil, then started with a base of black because she is a void cat, and then I slowly incorporated gray tones around to add some highlights, and then of course, her glowing green eyes. I wanted to once again try that watered down paint wash for some shadows, and it was just not going great, as you can see. So I decided to add in a deeper tone for the leaves, and then I really concentrated that under the window box and then around the shutters where shadows would naturally occur, and it honestly worked out pretty good. Be who you are. Okay, there's a rainbow, you could barely even see it. But anyways, I then added some more fine details like wrinkles on the curtains, more foliage and flowers around the window. I aged the window itself by adding small strokes of white. More detailing to the shutters, and a cute little flower vase and picture frame inside this very mysterious window. I keep forgetting to mention this in my videos, but I am on the Blue Sky app at Kel Sharp. If you weren't aware, Blue Sky, not sponsored, is a baby app. Not meant for actual babies, but it is just over a year old, and it's pretty much just the bigot-free version of Twitter. It's wonderful. I'm also on there with my photography page at Sharp Shot Photo, and I will post all of this in my community tab as well. But anywho, I'm currently posting more YouTube video content sort of stuff and just advertising the videos I already have. But once I get the ball rolling, and I'll start posting more channel updates and other type of content. So if you want, comment down below if you also have an account and what your username is so I can follow you back. And just like that, the painting is complete. finished it, and I'm so in love with the final result. I got this done in just over 5 days, I think, so that's pretty good. I mean, I did have a busy week. I was so busy girl bossing, but anyways, I finished it and I'm very happy with it. Just like every other DIY that I do, I really was not feeling it in the beginning, but then as soon as I added more of the warm tones to the shrubbery or the foliage, whatever, I was like, yes, this looks good. And then of course I had to add a little touch of pink in the curtains and on the flowers as well. Kind of minimal, but still a pop of pink. But then my assistant gave me the wonderful idea to add some decor in the window because it was kind of bare. I mean, the cat, beautiful. I painted olive anyways. But I did a little vase and then kind of like a picture frame. Just very simple, but it added a lot. And I did actually get some recent practice with painting foliage when I painted my little Totoro scene up there, which you will get a better look at one day, very soon, once I'm able to finish both this cubby. Well, I did finish this cubby. Once I finish the final cubby and we do all that, and then I can get onto my art tour and do all my paintings, and I'll show you that. But yeah, but overall, I'm just so happy with this. It turned out so cute. It's so summery, so Mamma Mia. It's so cozy and cute, and I want to be there right now. I'm so grateful and proud, and all I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for liking and subscribing. Thanks for all the kindness you're showing me. Who could live without it? I ask in all honesty, what would we be without a video of something fun? So I say thank you for supporting me and watching this video all the way through. If you made it this far, comment your favorite artistic hobby, like like painting or drawing or sculpting or ceramics or photography. Or comment your favorite ABBA song. It's hard to narrow it down, but you might have a favorite. And once again, please take a moment to visit the very important links down below. They are all the same in the description and in the comments and in my bio as well. Please use your privilege, use your voice, and use your platform. That is something that anyone and everyone can do. You have so much influence. You truly do. So use it. Don't stay silent. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to the earth. I will see you in my very next live stream. We have been having so much fun. Every Tuesday we've been doing a whole lot of coloring, so many cute little scenes. They're just so cute. But also on Fridays, if you prefer gaming, we are doing Roblox, we are doing Sims 4, we are doing DS games, okay? Always a big fun time. But yeah, thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I hope you have a wonderful Pride Month, a beautiful rest of your summer, a lovely week, a terrific weekend. I just hope life is amazing for you, and I truly do hope that if you are a homophobe, transphobe, bigot of any kind, that life is uncomfortable for you. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I feel like we all learned that in kindergarten, and then like so many people just forgot about that. So yeah, this is and always will be a safe space for people of all identities, okay? You are welcome here. Join the club. It's not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse anymore, it's Mickey Mouse Funhouse. Ew. But anyways, thank you for watching. Bye!